Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Horror Corner. Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Horror Corner. I'm your host, Sean Erschen. This week we are doing a subscribers contest entry. This is for FoolMoon1973 and his road to 250 subscribers contest. So FoolMoon1973, great guy, great channel, gotten to know him a little bit over the past couple years. A lot of fun, and he really knows his stuff, so definitely check out his channel. You will not be disappointed. He's got awesome content, and I will have the link to his channel in the description of this video and the link to his original video for the contest. So in this contest, FoolMoon1973 asks one question, and that is, name 5 movies that you were late to the party on. So that's a really fun question, because I do have a few that come to mind. For whatever reason, never got around to seeing them, heard a lot about them, never knew what the fuss was about, or, you know. And the biggest one is this one here, The Lost Boys. Yeah, you guys are probably like, what? You never saw that movie? Yeah, I just never got around to seeing it for whatever reason. You know, I'd always heard about it, and people compare it to Fright Night a lot, which was my favorite 80s vampire movie. So I did finally come around to seeing it. I went and bought it. And, yeah, I get what the fuss is about. It's a great movie. I really enjoy it. Definitely a classic 80s vampire film, for sure. Next up is one that I had never heard of until, you know, a few years ago. And seeing people's reviews on YouTube. See, that's what's great about what we do, is you find out about movies that you never heard of. And you're like, that sounds interesting, and it's The Burning. Yes. Never heard of this movie, and I've seen a lot of 80s slasher films, but I don't know, for some reason I never saw this one, never heard of it, and I used to go to the video store all the time back in the 80s, and rented the VHSs up. I don't know, I never remember seeing it or hearing anything about it. I don't know if it did all that well. But yeah, nowadays it's heralded as a classic 80s slasher film, and it is, you know. So glad I finally got around to seeing it. It's a very enjoyable slasher film. Just classic 80s slasher all the way. And here's another one, same thing, Just Before Dawn, another one I heard a lot about and have seen on people's YouTube channels, a lot of reviews for this film, with a lot of great reviews, you know, how great it is, and about the atmosphere of it, and yeah, see what all the fuss is about. A very cool slasher movie. I really enjoy it. Got George Kennedy in there, a really good one. I don't know how this one slipped through my fingers, you know, how I never heard of this one. But yeah, once again, seeing people's videos on YouTube made me seek it out, and I'm glad they did. Here's another one that people talk about all the time as a kind of a cult classic, and that is Demons, directed by Lamberto Bava, and I do enjoy my Italian horror, you know, so I did finally seek this out a couple years ago. I had always heard about it because, you know, Dario Argento produced it. So yeah, everything Dario Argento, I want to see it, you know. And yeah, I love it. It's great. It's so much fun. It's so crazy, zany, over the top. And it's a blast. One of the most fun Italian horror films ever made. Demons, definitely check it out if you haven't already. Love it. Here's another one that I've heard so much about over the years, how much of a classic it is, and how great the suspense is, how great the direction is, and it's a film from Brian De Palma called Dressed to Kill, yes. And Once again, so glad I finally seeked this one out. I love this movie. I think it's fantastic. And I think it's basically an American giallo film. Very Hitchcock-esque and very, you know, kind of Italian horror-esque, for sure, you know. There's a lot of influence from, you know, Mario Bava and Dario Argento, as well as Alfred Hitchcock. So, awesome movie. So glad I finally got to see it a couple years ago. Heard so much about it over the years, and I have no idea why I never went and saw it. I never saw it on TV. I never saw it at the video store or anything that I can remember. But yeah, this movie's great. Alright guys, that's my picks for the 5 films that I was late to the party on. That's my entry for FoolMoon1973's Road to 250 Subscribers contest. So good luck, FoolMoon1973, on reaching your goal. I'm sure you'll make that easily. And once again, guys, check out FoolMoon1973. I will have the link to his channel in my video description. And thank you for joining me, Sean Patrick Erschen, in the Horror Corner. Tune in and stay scared. Folks, don't forget to grab your Sean Patrick Erschen gear and represent the Horror Corner. Also, check out these awesome mugs we have, perfect for your coffee. And definitely check out the Horror Hangout live stream t-shirt and represent the legacy of the Horror Hangout. Check out the link in the description below this video.